Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Distinguished guests, esteemed panelists, participants, Assalamu alaikum. Xiao Hao? Xiao Hao?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's correct.
And good afternoon. It is a great pleasure to welcome you all to this important session on Science and Technology for Diplomacy, or S&T for Diplomacy, for sustainability, aligned with the SDG goal, or Sustainable Development Goal 17, which is partnerships for the goals. So welcome to Southeast University. As it goes, in today's interconnected world, science and technology are not just tools of innovation. They are powerful instruments of diplomacy and collaboration. Whether it's addressing climate change, public health, education, or industrial innovation, no country can progress in isolation. That is why the slogans like science in diplomacy, diplomacy for science, and science for diplomacy are on the table, and niches such as climate diplomacy, education diplomacy, water diplomacy, cyber diplomacy, tech diplomacy, green diplomacy, etc., are ever emerging. So with this very small prelude, I would like to welcome you to the session, which brings all of us together, all our thought leaders and practitioners from diverse fields like diplomacy, then your academia, technology, development, etc., who are actively shaping the future of global cooperation through knowledge, culture, and innovation. Together, let us explore how science and technology, or S&T diplomacy, can act as a bridge, connecting people, solving shared challenges, and promoting sustainable development that leaves no one behind. Inclusive. So I would like to start with Ma.
Yeah.
Okay. So our first question to you. The Confucius Institute helps people learn about Chinese language and culture. How can it also help students and teachers from China and Bangladesh work together on science and technology for a better future?
Yeah. Okay, dear distinguished guests and dear students from Southeast University, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ma Xiaoyan, and I'm the Chinese director of the Confucius Institute at North-South University. As we all know that the Confucius Institute is an educational institution targeting at teaching Chinese language and the Chinese cultural promotion. Yes, that's true, but it's just the basic and traditional function of the Confucius Institute. Actually, these years, gradually, the Confucius Institute we already developed it and built it as a comprehensive culture exchange platform. So, and we also try to use technology to make the Chinese language teaching and culture promotion more broaden and more easily. So we use technology to empower language teaching. For example, we can use intelligent TV to teach Chinese. So the Bangladesh people far from the capital, for example, in Rampur, for example, in Rajshahi, they can learn Chinese online and easily. So this is one example, and we also use AI tools to improve the Chinese language teaching, to give them the experience of in practical student. Yes, this is one aspect. And another thing that I want to introduce that, besides the Chinese language teaching and cultural promotion, we also targeting to develop for example, textbook and the digital resource. These years we are targeting to develop the Chinese Plus course. For example, we already started the course, for example, aviation Chinese and the business Chinese, and also the Chinese Plus textile. Here, I want to, the Chinese Plus textile is our key program by now. Why we create this course? Because as we all know that the textile is one of the important pillar of the Bangladesh industry. Yeah, and Bangladesh is the second largest importer of the garments. So as I know that there are more than 40 lakh, maybe 40 lakh employees that they are working in the textile and garments industry. So you know that there are more than 200 Chinese found textile factories in Bangladesh. So when the Chinese enterpriser they do the produce and they do the trade of the textile and garments. So they gradually import the for example the standard and the advanced standard and technology of the textile. So that's why we would like to create this to build this course. I think in this situation, I think the talent who can both have the, for example, the Chinese good proficiency skill and also the textile professional skills. This kind of combined talent are in urgent needed. Yeah, I already talk about this issue with many Chinese enterprises and also the local enterprise owners. So they told me that this kind of course is in great demand. So that's why we developed this course. So this project, the target of this project, we wanted to develop a textbook and the digital resource about the Chinese Plus textile. And but our final target is to cultivate the combined talent who can speak also speak Chinese and have the good garment, textile and garment professional knowledge and skills. So I think if they can have this kind of training and they can find the Bangladesh after training, they can get a job very easily in Chinese-found textile factories and enterprises. So I think to promote promote their employees, I think it's very important for the low education young guys, and maybe I think it's not beneficial benefit their individual life, but also good for the stability of the Bangladesh society. I think this kind of project can be in line with Professor Yunus' the concept of zero unemployment. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ma Xiaoyang, for your enriching talk. The Confucius Institute is not only teaching the Chinese language, which is its classical role. As we learned from you, is that you are also trying to promote the Chinese plus textile training in Bangladesh, which is likely to help in eliminating the unemployment, which is a goal of one of the three goals of 3-0 policy. So we are happy to learn that you are also contributing directly, and not only in teaching language, also eliminating or elevation of poverty. Okay, thank you very much. As extension to your answers, just a query that how much the Confucius Institute is spread all over the world and connecting the countries with China, number of branches and other things all around the world.
As I know that by now there are 500 Confucius Institutes in the world, and we also have a Confucius classroom. I think that is maybe more than 2,000 maybe Confucius classrooms. So through this Confucius Institute or classrooms, we teach Chinese and promoting the exchange of the Chinese culture and other countries' cultures.
Okay. Though you have already covered the most of the aspects of my second question, still let me ask you more elaborately about the next question. How can universities in both countries work more closely to share knowledge, ideas, and research that support sustainability and solve real-world problems?
Yeah, thank you so much. I think in this high globalization world today, I think the universities should play a very important role to promote the exchange between different countries. So I think what the university can do first, that we should build a system to promote the information sharing. Yeah, we should build that kind of systems. For example, I'm from Yunnan University, China. Now I'm working in the North-South University. So I can give some example of the collaboration between these universities. For example, the two universities already organized the different international seminars. For example, we ever hold the seminar on ecological and environmental risks management under the global changes. So during that seminars, the scholars from China and Bangladesh, they have the chance to discussion the global climate change and also the environment management. For example, the pollution management like that. So yeah, the seminar can be a platform for the scholars of these two countries to communicate, to share their information, to share their advanced experience. Yeah. And we were also to also hold the seminar on the protection and the inheritance of intangible cultural heritage in China and Bangladesh. So we have on that seminar we have the scholars have the chance to communicate and sharing their experience to how to protect our intangible culture heritage. And beside the system of the knowledge sharing, and I also think that the universities have the responsibility to build international platform and implement the joint talent training. For example, I think the Chinese university and the Bangladesh university, they can do the joint cultivation of the undergraduate, master, and doctor degree. Yeah. Regarding as a very important area, for example, the environment, the climate change, and also the other, for example, the civilization, this kind of thing. And we also can carry out the training for the Bangladesh government officials. I think this is another our universities can do. This is the second thing. I think the third thing that we can creative and cooperative system of multi-dictional integration and the win-win development. I think the university can also have the responsibility to collaborate with enterprises. These enterprises, they are doing the practical. They are facing many practical problems in the society. So if we can have the collaboration with enterprises, so we can get more clear mind about what happened, what we can do to benefit the ordinary people. So, for example, I ever visit the Dasha Gandhi sewage treatment plant. Yeah, when I visit there, I think it's marvelous. Yeah, so it's a miracle. I think that after the sewage treatment, we can because when we visit Bangladesh, we feel very sorry that most of the river in the city was in pollution. So when I saw the water get much cleaner after the procedure in their factory, I think it's very good for the Bangladesh society and the ordinary people. I think it's also another carry out and implement of the Professor Yunus zero net carbon emissions. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ma, for explaining very elaborately. We are highly benefited from your thought-provoking and databased your answers, like win-win development, then cultural exchange, multi-directional development, and especially the niche, climate diplomacy. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
谢谢. Okay. So I move on to the other member, to Farhan Karim, from Arizona State University. So my question to you, from your perspective in the United States academic and research environment, how can universities act as agents of science diplomacy for the global south, especially in climate resilience and sustainable development? Clear? Okay.
Thank you very much. I'll be very candid here. So, USA in general, they're not very good at giving. So, and you probably know that Trump administration has recently just literally erased the entire USDA. Right? So it's gone. So, I mean that knowledge exchange and how we can create this cooperation, this is something that we have been discussing, and we have been doing this. I mean that we come here, we do workshops, we hire PhD students or master's students in our institute, we have collaboration with our colleagues, our colleagues come to our university as visiting lecturers or fellows. But honestly speaking, from a personal standpoint, I do not think that that will bring anything very significant to Bangladesh. The reason that I am here today is not as in the capacity of an academic. Rather, I would like to share something that we are doing right now. So, and I would like to start with a very simple example that I see that a lot of undergrad and probably grad students sitting at the back of this hall, kind of hiding in the dark shade. I just wanted to, have their attention. So, you probably know that recently, that many of our Bangladeshi bands, like Art Cells, diaspora community, right? And how universities can act as a lobby or act as a medium to connect to the diaspora community. A nostalgic 40+ person is willing to spend $200 to just spend some time with Lincoln or Ishaq from Art Cell. Think about that. Think about that emotion. Now, coming back to our discussion. So I am a graduate from BUET, and in the US, we are maintaining a network of people, of BUET alum or BUET graduate, and we work as a group. We call ourselves BUETian Investment Network. The thing that we do is that we, anytime any member within that network wanted to start up a business within US, not outside of US, within US. So we help. So we invest in their startup. So, and we have been doing this for many years. So the president, the person who is managing this network, is also senior Buetian. His name is Ashraful Porak. Anyway, so one of the success story of Buetian Investment Network, or BIN, is that one of the startup, which the name is Cactus Materials, which is based in the same state and city where I teach in Arizona State, in Tempe, in Arizona. Cactus Materials, the first Buetian founded semiconductor industry that is now, for the first time in US history, is going to IPO, in the public stock, in the IPO. And it has been valued, the company has been valued as $120 million US. Now, today I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say here is that the people within this network, the Buetians, all these technical people, builders like me or designers like me, we wanted to connect to this country. We wanted to open our knowledge, our technician. One of the panelists in this previous panel, he just mentioned that he was trying to look for a vehicle designer within Bangladesh, and he could not find one. Within our network, we have senior engineer in Tesla. And what do you want to know about electrical vehicles? So we have people and knowledge and brain who wanted to reconnect with this country. Now, I think that this is a great moment, and we reached out as a network. We reached out to this new interim government early this year to how we can formalize this relationship, this diasporic community's relationship with Bangladesh, and how we can help the entrepreneurs, how we can invest in the entrepreneurs who wanted to start new business, how we can just simply consult, how we can encourage the new entrepreneurs to think cross-border, because another panelist, I just had a discussion, informal discussion with, she's here, I forget the name, Dada Bangla, CEO of Dada Bangla, she's here, right? So we were just having a conversation, and I just realized that, her consumer buyer base is basically outside of the country. She's an export-oriented business, right? So what does it mean? It means that this new entrepreneurship is heavily based on export. We have to reach out to the globe, and our network, all the diasporic people, diasporic community, whether people like me, an academic in the teaching in the US university or European university or Japan, or an engineer working in Tesla or Intel, how we can collect all of this energy together and we can reconnect to Bangladesh, and how university can work as a lobbyist to do that. So I will stop here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Farhan Kabir. You have opened a new frontier.
Yes. Technical diplomacy.
We have been thinking of education diplomacy, and instead you have drifted us to a different horizon.
If I may add, the education of pedagogy, that let's say if we had a mentorship program with a Tesla senior engineer, that is also an education.
Yeah.
It's not within through the the infrastructure of the university, but it can be a very successful mentorship program. So that is still an education, at least for me.
University and your industry collaboration.
Yes.
Okay. So, as you have heard, it is easier to connect with the diaspora and get their assistance instead of expecting much of inter-university collaboration and much of contribution from there, especially if it is the United States.
Absolutely. We are basically run on a corporate business. We expect students to give us money. That's how I'm a professor there, but still, that's the reality. That we are not there to give. We are there to take from people, from the world. So, but I don't want to be silly. It kind of is sarcastic, my comment. The thing that the point that I want to make here is that university to universities collaboration is there. We have been doing it. It's not like that we're not doing it. I have a Bangladeshi PhD student, I have Bangladeshi postdoc fellows over there. Right now I'm trying to establish a center at my university and one of the panelists has suggested that maybe we should start a design institute or a design center within Southeast University, and I'm willing to do those things. But point that I'm trying to make here is that those efforts are okay, but it is not significant. That the low-hanging fruit, in the way that we see that, say, the low-hanging fruit is the diasporic community who has enormous knowledge already and willing to pay back, and they're also willing to sponsor the centers within the university that can connect all of these energies together.
I will not go to the second question that it was already planned. I will not go to that because you have already your elaboration says that no use asking that question. Rather, what I draw from your expressions is that connections to roots. This is very emotional and very. It's more productive than the other ones. The way you have been telling that people over 40 or 40 are very much think about the country, the people, they remind us our connection to the root. So it's another new frontier that you have opened and changed our purview about this discussion. Thank you very much. Okay, if you can add anything more if you want.
No.
We have time.
I can continue. Just there has been a discussion about the EV. One of the world-renowned specialist in EV battery is actually from our batch from Kuwait. He's a professor at Berkeley. So I'm glad, but he's not well connected to. He won the Barack Obama's presidential medal for developing, the kind of contributing fundamental research on EV vehicle. But he's not at all well connected to Bangladesh scenario. So what I'm trying to say, the diasporic community, so Said Salahuddin, his name is Said Salahuddin. So the diasporic community is ready to give back, ready to reconnect, as you say, roots. I would say that they're ready to reconnect with the country, and we are open.
So message for us is that we should tap the diaspora. Okay. So thank you very much for all your eye-opening comments. Now I would shift to Dr. Mohammad Tariq Arafat, another, not Kuwaitian, he also is from Kuwait now. Okay. So the question would be to you. You are working at the intersection of science, innovation, and development. How can Bangladesh position itself to contribute to and benefit from global science and technology diplomacy? Dr. Mohammad Tariq Arafat.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, thank you for inviting here. Thank you for NAPA and organizer for inviting here. This is my third time here. First time I came here, I think 5-6 years back. It was for a recruitment program. And the second time I came here in the pharmacy department for using HPS, ED part. And the third time is this time. And I'm happy to see many new, many known faces, Bishoping and Sultaning is over there, so it's glad to see you here. So the question is, this panel 5 is more on like diplomacy. So if I said, I can see a very bright future for Bangladesh to connect and contribute globally in science and technology diplomacy area. But definitely I can see an immense potential for Bangladesh, but the main challenge is that whenever it comes to personal life or for an institution or even for a country, you will win only when you know your strength and weakness. So Bangladesh has its own strength and own weakness. So whenever we know these things, I think it will require separate discussions from healthcare to, there are many issues, and those things need to solve locally with definitely the knowledge from all over the country. If I say very specific thing, the first thing what Farhan said is the diaspora model. I was in Singapore 7 years and then 2.5 years in England. And during that time I had the same feelings. And when I come back, and we didn't call me back because I'm doing brilliant things, but I came back for my reason. So the thing is, overall, we don't have that culture to ask. I would not say just about the community at outside, even within our own community, we are afraid to acknowledge that we can ask someone. And we don't say, normally say that we know everything. I can remember one event like that. It was in a school program, and a boy asked me a question. It was for biology Olympiad program. And then I said, I didn't know the answer. I don't know the answer. And that time, the whole like more than 1,500 students, there was a P in drop science. They can't believe I don't know the answer. But the thing is, I'm not mastering all. So definitely when they ask, it will be good. So for diplomacy, we need to have a deeper deeper bonding, bilateral bonding with these things. We need to invest on our science and technology diplomacy platform as well. We don't have those diplomacy platform that much. And I said the most important thing is we need to create knowledge as well. So those days are gone, like you are just copy pasting these things, and so even if to work together with the world, we need to co-create the things. We need to co-create design and all these things. So it's not just we'll just copy the things. We should have something in our brain as well, so that we can work together. So this is a very important thing, I would say, and infrastructure-wise, we need to improve. So when it comes to diplomacy, I would say we need to be careful on this, like how to create knowledge, and also the soft skill. What Ma was saying is like I was discussing an industry jail 2 days back. And they were saying, I was asking him, what benefit do you think if you know Chinese? I just directly asked him. Then they said, I first placed him to the supply chain and all these things. Because 90%, more than 90% of our equipment and raw material sources are from China. And so that when you have, or she will have the soft skill, then they will improve more. And the last one also from diplomacy side, the knowledge it needs to be open. Now you can't just close your doors and you do everything by yourself. It's complicated. So from science, from communication, there are like policies like from China there was like road and belt initiative, these things. So I think we need to grab all these opportunities from science to not only just science, to connect with people, connect with other countries. And then I'll say we can do better in terms of diplomacy with other countries. So we need to be very proactive and engaging and focused. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tariq Arafat, for your contribution. We talked about the strength and weakness analysis of the country, then asking questions, learning from others, also asking support, and ask someone to work for the country. And most importantly, you talked about the co-creation. We can't remain basically closed door anymore. It's time for opening up and co-creation. Thank you very much. With the ending of discussion with you, I would like to shift to Mr. Lee. Okay. I would like to, the same thing I would like to utter, the co-creation, open up. So how these Chinese diplomacy of opening up a closed country which opened up and reached this height of development in the present day world.
Okay. Okay, thank you. First, it's a great pleasure for me come to this university. It's my first time. Thank you for inviting us. And I like Bangladesh very much because every day I get some surprise. Today also I very surprised for this university. I think it's a wonderful place. Yes. So your question just I'm hearing other Pacifists speaking, and I'm thinking the same question with you. Yes, just for the diplomacy, for the people working in the embassy, our job is to make friends. So I think the make friends, not only China work himself, we need other countries' help. We learn from other countries. Because of that, so we can go fast. So I think the Dr. Yunus everybody love him. He speak the 3-0 policy is very, everybody agree with that, because the 3-0 policy, it just means one people cannot go alone. We must work together. Let's explain. For the zero poverty, just mean if you're poor, let us help you to get some money. For example, China, we have some village, some far away from cities. At past, the people living in village is poor, but now maybe they are the richest. Why? Because the tourism. At a village, there's far away from the factory, so no pollution. So at the holiday, people go to village to tourism. So for example, the Yunnan, we have some snow mountain. So the people living just under the snow mountain, they just show them house. Then tourism guests come to their house to get a hotel to sleep, and they just cooking, so as a restaurant. So they get more rich. But that is not they do themselves. Some company to develop this area to be a area for the tourism. So for the zero unemployment, some people maybe they only can sing. Then some people can help them to inside some performance team. So she or he can performance at the stage. For China, we usually choose some beautiful mountain, and we built a big stage just inside the mountain. We use the valley to be a theater. So thousands of the people living in the valley, they can be the actor to on the stage to show them performance every night. So 10,000s of guests every day will buy ticket to come inside the valley to see that performance. So that is, I've been there 3 or 4 times. Every time I'm great deep moved. So that sound is more real than in the theater. Just see a movie like in nature. So if somebody only can farm on the earth, so some people can help him at the online to sell their productions. So people, especially China, with inside just at home, use the cell phone. We online can buy everything. So the farmer, we are far away, but he can have a lot of way to sell the productions. So the zero net carbon emission, that is the same we feeling, because everybody we want to live at the clean area, clean city. The air is no pollution. So I think in Dhaka we meet some problem, such as some bus very old, so the gas may be a problem, big problem. But we can maybe only the Dhaka city can meet some problem, but if other country, other city can help Dhaka, so they can change more easier. So the people will see some change different in recent years. So I think the Dr. Yunus, the 3-0 policy is just similar like our China policy, the global civilization initiative, global security initiative, and the global development initiative. Just the same kind is we living in a world, so we are friends. Everybody can learn from each other. The knowledge you learn first, so I learn later, then you do so I learn from you. So this thing you can do good at this thing, so so I can learn from you. So some such as different foreign countries, so we can learn from each other and go to build a better future.
Thank you, Mr. Li Shaopeng. You have comprehensively answered our question, and thank you very much for sharing the Chinese secrets, magics, and connecting with the existing challenges of Bangladesh, and also connecting that with the 3-0 policy of Professor Dr. Yunus. 谢谢。